Hey everyone, I'm Jess, a 28-year-old graphic designer with a passion for creating beautiful visuals and apparently navigating the minefield of monster in-laws. Right now, I should be on cloud nine, planning my dream wedding to Mike, my boyfriend of 3 years. We met in the cutest little coffee shop downtown. It was a total rom-com moment. Imagine me spilling my latte all over his crisp white shirt. Instead of being mad, he just laughed and asked me out. From then on, it was like fireworks. My best friends, Sarah and Lily, have been absolute lifesavers through this whole wedding planning process. One evening, we were sitting in my living room, surrounded by bridal magazines and empty wine glasses, when Sarah brought up the dreaded topic. So, Jess, when are you going dress shopping? I groaned. I've been putting it off. Karen's going to want to tag along. Lily rolled her eyes. Mike's mom, the one who said your engagement ring would look better on a daintier hand. The very same, I sighed. It feels like she's been trying to sabotage this wedding from day one. Sarah leaned in, her detective instincts kicking in. You don't have to invite her, right? I wish, I said. But Mike thinks it would mean a lot to her, and I just want to keep the peace. Fast forward to the bridal boutique. My mom, Sarah, Lily, and of course, the infamous Karen were all seated on plush couches, waiting for my first dress reveal. I stepped out in a mermaid-style gown, feeling pretty confident. "Oh, honey," Karen said, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. "Are you sure you want to emphasize your hips like that? Maybe something with a fuller skirt would be more flattering?" I forced a smile and retreated to try on the next dress. And the next. With each one, Karen's comments grew more cutting. "That neckline's a bit low, isn't it? We wouldn't want people to think you're desperate for attention. Lace at your age. Don't you think that's a bit, yum?" I was about ready to call it quits when the consultant brought in one last dress. It was vintage-inspired, with delicate beadwork and a soft, flowing skirt. The moment I put it on, I knew it was the one. When I stepped out, even Karen seemed momentarily stunned into silence. My mom teared up, and Sarah and Lily were grinning from ear to ear. "Well," Karen finally said, her lips pursed, "it's not bad, if you like that sort of thing." I caught her reflection in the mirror and saw something dark flash across her face. But it was gone in an instant, replaced by that plastic smile. "You look beautiful, sweetie," my mom said, squeezing my hand. I twirled in front of the mirror, feeling like a princess. "I think this is it," I breathed. "Are you sure you don't want to sleep on it?" Karen interjected. "It's such a big decision. You wouldn't want to rush into anything." Part of me wanted to buy the dress right then and there just to spite her, but I hesitated. It was a lot of money, and Mike and I were trying to stick to a budget. "You know what? Maybe you're right, Karen. I'll sleep on it and come back tomorrow." As we left the boutique, I couldn't shake the feeling I'd made a mistake, but I pushed it aside, focusing on the joy I felt in that dress. Tomorrow, I told myself. Tomorrow I'll come back and make it official. The next morning, I woke up feeling like a kid on Christmas. I practically skipped through the doors of the boutique. "Good morning. I'm here to purchase the dress I tried on yesterday," I said, practically beaming. But the saleswoman's face fell and my stomach dropped. "I'm so sorry, but that dress was sold this morning." "What? No, that can't be right. I was going to buy it today. I'm afraid someone came in right at opening and purchased it. I'm so sorry." I stumbled out of the boutique in a daze, fumbling for my phone. Sarah picked up on the second ring. "They sold it, Sarah. Someone bought my dress." "No way. Are you serious? That's messed up." I spent the next hour on a three-way call with Sarah and Lily, venting my frustration. They were supportive, but I couldn't shake the nagging feeling that something wasn't right. A week later, we had our monthly family dinner with Mike's parents. I was still bummed about the dress, but tried to put on a brave face as I set the table. When the doorbell rang, I plastered on a smile, but the moment I saw Karen, my jaw dropped. She was wearing my dress, the exact one I'd fallen in love with at the boutique. "Surprise?" Karen trilled, twirling in the doorway. "What do you think?" I just couldn't resist when I saw it in the window. I was speechless, my mind reeling. Mike's dad followed her in, looking uncomfortable. "Mom," Mike said, sounding confused. "Isn't that the dress Jess was going to buy?" "Oh, is it?" Karen asked, her eyes wide with fox innocence. "I had no idea. It just called out to me, and it's perfect for our vow renewal ceremony in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? I finally managed to choke out. But that's right before our wedding. I know. Karen clapped her hands together. Won't it be wonderful? Like a pre-celebration for your big day. I could feel tears pricking at my eyes. Karen, how could you? You knew I loved that dress. Now, Jess, she said, her voice sickly sweet. I'm sure there are plenty of other dresses out there. Don't be so dramatic. Dramatic? My voice was rising. You bought my wedding dress for your vow renewal. It's not your wedding dress, Karen snapped back. You hadn't purchased it yet. And really, it's much more appropriate for someone my age. You're young. You should be wearing something more youthful. I turned to Mike, desperate for support. Mike, can you believe this? But Mike just looks uncomfortable. Come on, Jess. I'm sure my mom didn't mean any harm. Isn't it nice that they're renewing their vows? We should be happy for them. I feel like I've been slapped. Are you kidding me? Your mother deliberately bought the dress she knew I wanted. Jess, you're overreacting, Mike says, his voice turning stern. It's just a dress. And Mom's right, there are plenty of others out there. Just a dress? I can't believe what I'm hearing. That was my dream dress, Mike, and your mother knew it. She's been trying to sabotage our wedding from the start. Now that's enough, Karen interjects, her tone icy. I won't stand here and be accused of such things. Mike, are you going to let her talk to me like this? Mike turns to me, his expression hardening. Jess, I think you need to calm down and apologize to my mother. That's the final straw. I feel something break inside me. Without another word, I grab my keys and head for the door. Where are you going? Mike calls after me. Anywhere but here, I snap, slamming the door behind me. As I drive away, tears stream down my face. I realize I've been betrayed by not just Karen, but Mike too, and I have no idea where to go from here. I end up at Sarah's apartment, a blubbering mess. As soon as she hears what happened, Lily rushes over. Before long, we're all huddled on the couch. I can't believe she did that. Sarah fumes, and Mike just stood there and let it happen. I nod miserably. He told me I was overreacting. Can you believe it? Lily shakes her head in disbelief. This is beyond messed up. There's got to be something we can do. Sarah gets that look in her eye, the one she gets when she's on a case. You know, as a PI, I've seen my fair share of monster-in-laws, but Karen, she takes the cake. I bet if we dig a little, we might find some skeletons in her closet. I don't know. I hesitate. That seems a bit extreme. Extreme? Lily scoffs. She stole your wedding dress, Jess. This woman needs to be taken down a peg. I bite my lip, considering. Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to look. Lily cracks her knuckles. Leave the tech stuff to me. I'll have her accounts cracked faster than you can say, mother-in-law from hell. For the next few days, we dig deep into Karen's past. Sarah uses her PI contacts while Lily works her tech magic. Meanwhile, I'm caught in a storm of Karen's meddling. She's changing wedding vendors behind my back, spreading rumors about me to Mike's family. Did you hear what Karen told Aunt Mildred? I vent to Sarah over the phone. She said I'm only marrying Mike for his money, as if I don't have my own career. That witch. She's unbelievable, Sarah growls. But hey, I think we've hit pay dirt. You're not going to believe what we found. I head over to Sarah's place, where she and Lily are huddled over a laptop. Okay, spill, I say, plopping down next to them. Lily turns the screen toward me. Remember Mike's ex, Amber? Turns out Karen sent her a series of nasty emails, pretending to be Mike. That's why they broke up. My jaw drops. Are you serious? Sarah nods grimly. And that's not all. We found out she's been embezzling money from the family business, funding her lavish lifestyle by cooking the books. I feel like I've been punched in the gut. I can't believe this. Should we tell Mike? Lily snorts. Tell Mike? Jess, he hasn't believed a word you've said about his mom so far. Why would he start now? She's right, and I know it. Every time I've tried to talk to Mike about Karen's behavior, he's brushed me off or accused me of exaggerating. So what do we do? I ask, feeling lost. Sarah leans forward, her eyes gleaming with determination. We expose her, at the vow renewal ceremony, in front of everyone. I hesitate. But that could ruin my relationship with Mike. Lily's voice softens. Honey, I hate to break it to you, but Karen's already doing that. And Mike's letting her. I think about all the times Mike has sided with his mother over me, all the times he's invalidated my feelings. Maybe Lily's right. Okay, I say, taking a deep breath. Let's do it. Let's expose Karen for who she really is. We spend the next week gathering evidence, emails, financial records, even recordings of her bad-mouthing family members. We compile it all. The night before the vow renewal ceremony, we meet for one final planning session. Are you sure about this, Jess? Sarah asks, giving me one last chance to back out. I think about Karen in my dream dress, about Mike's constant dismissal of my feelings, and about the future I'd be signing up for if I don't do something now. I'm sure, I say, my voice stronger than I feel. It's time Karen faced the consequences of her actions. As I lay in bed that night, I can't help but wonder, am I doing the right thing, or am I about to make the biggest mistake of my life? The day of Karen's vow renewal arrives, and I'm a bundle of nerves. Sarah, Lily, and I arrive at the venue, dressed to kill and ready for action. As Karen glides down the aisle in my dream dress, Lily gives me a subtle nod. She's in the AV system. Just as Karen reaches the altar, the screens around the venue flicker to life. Suddenly, Karen's voice fills the room. Of course, I sabotaged Mike's relationship with Amber. That girl wasn't good enough for my son. The crowd gasps. Next, financial records appear, clearly showing Karen's embezzlement from the family business. Then, screenshots flash up, showing Karen badmouthing various family members. The final blow comes as a recording plays of Karen admitting to buying my wedding dress just to spite me. Chaos erupts. Karen's husband, red-faced and furious, demands answers. Mike stands frozen, his face a mask of shock and betrayal. Karen tries to deny everything, but the evidence is irrefutable. In her panic, she stumbles, tripping over the stolen dress. She falls face first into the wedding cake, ruining both the gown and her makeup. Covered in frosting and mascara running, Karen looks around helplessly as her husband storms off, shouting about divorce. Mike approaches me, eyes pleading. Jess, I'm so sorry. I should have believed you. But as I look at him, something clicks inside. No, Mike, you shouldn't have needed all of this to believe me. I deserve someone who trusts me, who stands up for me. I slip off my engagement ring and hand it to him. I think it's best if we end this here. As Mike walks away, shoulders slumped, I feel a weight lift off my chest. Ready to get out of here? Sarah asks. I nod, smiling, more than ready. We head to our favorite bar, where we toast to new beginnings and true friendship. As we clink glasses, I catch a glimpse of my reflection in the mirror behind the bar. For the first time in months, I look truly happy. Meanwhile, across town, Karen faces the consequences of her actions, alone. Her reputation in tatters, her marriage over, and her son finally seeing her true colors. As I sip my drink, surrounded by friends who have always had my back, I realize I've gained something far more valuable than a wedding dress or a toxic relationship. I've gained self-respect and the knowledge that I'm strong enough to stand up for myself. And really, that's the sweetest karma of all. Now we turn it over to you. If you were Jess, would you have forgiven Mike and given him another chance? Or do you think ending the engagement was the right call? Share your thoughts in the comments below.